Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's crucial for men over 50. Understanding female psychology. Whether you're navigating relationships, friendships, or even family dynamics, knowing how women think and feel can make a huge difference. In this video, we'll explore key insights and tips that can help you communicate better, build stronger connections, and enhance your overall relationships. So if you're ready to unlock the secrets of female psychology, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. After anal sex, a woman's body can undergo significant changes, and understanding these transformations is crucial for men over 50 who want to maintain a healthy sexual life. In this video, we will reveal how female psychology influences intimacy and the challenges that arise over time. We will address issues that can impact your love life and present practical solutions to strengthen the connection with your partner. Stay with us and discover how to enhance your sexual and emotional life with valuable science-based information. Before we continue, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss our videos on sexuality and relationships. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like to help us reach more people. Comment 1 if the topic interested you, or 0 if it wasn't relevant, so we can improve the content. Did you know that women who swallow their partner's semen might have a stronger immune system, and that having sex can help prevent serious diseases like cancer? If that makes you curious, stick with me because in this video, I'll share some incredible sex-related facts, all based on scientific studies. Oh, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any content. Here's an interesting fact. Did you know that 1 in every 7,000 women is born without a vagina? This condition is called vaginal agenesis. It's often only discovered when the girl reaches puberty. And speaking of curiosities, a study in North America showed that women who use a lot of emojis in their messages are more likely to send nudes if the situation is favorable. And did you know that a woman can feel a shock of pleasure in her vagina when you kiss her neck or lick her ears? These areas are super sensitive and can excite women quickly. Oh, and an animal world fact. The black widow, that famous spider, sometimes eats her mate during or after sex. If she's really hungry, she can eat up to 20 males in a day to further help you have a fulfilling and satisfying sex life. I've made the digital book, Rediscovering Intimacy, Healthy Sexuality After 60 available. This book offers practical and inspiring tips to strengthen your relationship, addressing emotional and physical challenges, with effective solutions to rekindle passion and connection in your marriage. Click on the first pinned comment to get your copy. As we have limited availability, don't miss the chance to transform your love and emotional life back to humans. According to the American Sociological Association, the most amazing sex happens when you're in love with your partner. On the other hand, about 70% of men prefer to avoid sex during their partner's menstrual period. And if you have a keen sense of smell, it could mean more intense sexual experiences, as certain odors, like sweat or vaginal discharge, can increase pleasure. Did you know that orgasms improve sperm quality? Having sex frequently can not only increase fertility, but also improve semen quality by reducing DNA damage in sperm. Studies suggest that this practice may help couples with mild fertility issues. Masturbation, also known as solo sex, can help you feel more confident, according to Anne Yorbal, a psychologist from Istanbul, Turkey, who works with individuals and couples. It offers many of the same benefits as sex with a partner, but with some extra advantages. For example, you can learn more about your own body and feel more sexually satisfied. Sex can also create a strong connection between two people. After sex, the body releases oxytocin, a hormone that makes us feel super relaxed and closer to the other person. This can even increase trust between the couple. A study showed that when strangers used a nasal spray with oxytocin, they started trusting each other more. And did you know that many lesbian, gay and bisexual people have heterosexual experiences when they are younger, but still remain who they truly are. There are also heterosexual people who have had encounters with someone of the same sex, but continue to identify as heterosexual. Formicophilia is a sexual interest in insects or worms crawling on the body. Sounds strange, right? And for men, having sex at least once a week can reduce the risk of heart disease, strokes and diabetes. Additionally, men with an active sex life are more likely to live past 80 years. Many people have fantasized about group sex, and more than half of them have actually made the fantasy a reality. About 1% of people worldwide identify as asexual, meaning they don't feel a strong sexual attraction to anyone. Scientists believe that an animal called Funia dortha was the first living being on Earth to have sexual relations about 30 million years ago. Speaking of statistics, about 1 in 5 people have had sex with a co-worker. Additionally, a calm study found that 44% of singles have an orgasm almost every time when they have sex with someone they've been with before, like ex-partner skin orgasm. A free one is that tingling sensation we feel when listening to an emotional piece of music. Research shows that this sensation can also be triggered by movies, works of art, or even other people with whom you feel a special connection. But it's hard to predict when this will happen. Every woman has a unique way of reaching orgasm, like a snowflake with her nerve endings distributed in a special way in the genitals. During orgasm, those vaginal contractions a woman feels are actually the uterus trying to pull the sperm for men. The more sexual partners over a lifetime, the lower the sexual satisfaction might be when the last sexual encounter is with someone they really like. Men tend to feel more pleasure, fewer erection problems, and even less pain. More than half of young people between 18 and 24 say their last partner was just a hookup, and guess what? Oral sex may be safer than other forms of sex, but it can still transmit infections due to the exchange of fluids. About 55% of women and 50% of men say they enjoy being bitten erratically. Did you know that the word clitoris comes from Greek and means divine or goddess? And speaking of orgasms, anal ones are real for men. Stimulation of the PE spot during anal sex can lead to an intense orgasm. For women, pressure on the A spot, which is close to the uterus, can cause similar waves of pleasure when it comes to winning over a woman. Many factors come into play. Some like to be kissed on the neck, and more than 97% consider this area super erotic. And the G-spot? Not all women feel it the same way, and the location can vary. Only 1% of women can reach orgasm just through nipple stimulation. For men and women, oral sex is the #1 fantasy. A female-male orgasm can last from 3 to 51 seconds. And yes, women can ejaculate. Squirting ejaculation and orgasm are different things. And guess what? The clitoris has twice as many nerve endings as the penis. With 8,000, only 18% of women can orgasm from penetration alone. During a female orgasm, the entire brain becomes active, making the woman ready for more pleasure quickly. About 30% of women say they can't reach orgasm, and 1 in 10 has never experienced it. Many prefer more shallow penetration that touches the G-spot area, rather than deep penetration. Committed couples tend to have more orgasms than those in one-night stands. Women also enjoy being kissed while they sleep, and exploring fantasies together can strengthen the relationship. Additionally, open communication is key to discovering what each partner enjoys. In bed, the clitoris, for example, has about 8,000 nerve endings, making it extremely sensitive and a source of great pleasure. The groin area is also very sensitive, so keeping a well-groomed beard can avoid discomfort. Keeping active with physical exercise is important, as women tend to be more attracted to men who play sports, even if they don't have a perfect physique. Unfortunately, many people are unhappy with their sex lives, which is more common than it seems. The 69 position is more about sensations, while the doggy-style position allows for deeper penetration, which many men find more satisfying. Testosterone is a hormone that women find attractive because of its scent, and there are even collogue that mimic this aroma. Also, couples who are too similar may not last as long together during phases of life such as menopause. Women's sexual desire may increase, and intimacy, both physical and emotional, can change over the course of a relationship. Proper sexual education can help reduce anxiety and improve sexual health. In an intimate relationship, it's important to adjust expectations and find solutions that work for both. Sapiosexuality is when someone is attracted to another person's intelligence, and the idea of dead vagina syndrome, where a woman loses sensitivity from having too much sex, is a myth. The Karita method focuses more on emotional connection than on orgasm itself. Many women like men who take care of themselves, so keeping hair neat or a beard trimmed is always a good idea. Sexual fantasy can be a healthy part of sex life, and new experiences like a new partner can increase desire, according to Robert Sternberg. Love is composed of three parts: intimacy, passion, and commitment, and different combinations of these elements form different types of love. Some people experience constant arousal without any apparent reason, and attachment style secure. Avoid or anxious affect how they experience intimacy and sexuality. Sexual desire does not disappear with age, and the sense of smell plays a key role in attraction. Specific scents can increase arousal, as can the weather with more sexual activity on warmer days. Music can also influence attraction and emotional connection. Let's talk about a topic that many people face, but don't always have the courage to discuss: erectile dysfunction. Many men who go through this feel bad, which can affect their self-esteem and relationships. But there's good news. Practicing yoga regularly can help improve sexual function and even increase desire. Have you heard of cybersex? It's when sexual activity happens online. Depending on the communication and consent between the people involved, it can have positive or negative effects. Now, that lack of affection, like hugs and caresses, can be a big reason why people feel dissatisfied, both sexually and emotionally in a relationship. Polyamorous relationships are also gaining attention and challenging what we consider normal. In relationships, they are based on ethics and open communication. Some people even get aroused by certain foods or specific eating habits when it comes to attracting a woman. Several factors come into play. For example, although there's a lot of talk about the G-spot, not all women feel it the same way, and it can be in different places. An area that almost all women consider erotic is the neck. Over 97% of women love being kissed there. It's also interesting to know that 1% of women can orgasm just from nipple stimulation. And for both men and women, oral sex is the most common fantasy. The duration of a female orgasm can vary widely, from 3 to 51 seconds, and yes, women can ejaculate, but it's important to know that squirting, ejaculation, and orgasm are not the same thing. The clitoris, for example, is a super pleasure zone with about 8,000 nerve endings, twice as many as found in the penis, but only 18% of women can reach orgasm from penetration alone. During a female orgasm, the whole brain lights up, which can make them ready for another orgasm right afterward. Many women, around 30%, say they don't reach orgasm, and 1 in 10 has never had one. Additionally, shallow penetration is often more pleasant for them because it touches the G-spot area. And speaking of relationships, committed couples tend to have more orgasms than those in casual adventures. Another thing women like is being kissed while they sleep. And exploring fantasies together can bring the couple even closer. Communication is the key to discovering what each person likes, and unrealistic expectations about the body can harm self-esteem. And intimacy. For those who don't know, the groin area is also very sensitive. And keeping a well-groomed beard can avoid discomfort. Also, staying physically active helps a lot, as women generally feel more attracted to men who play sports, even if they are not super strong. Speaking of positions, the 69 is more about sensations. While the doggy-style position is the favorite of many men, because of the depth of penetration. And do you know what else attracts women? The smell of testosterone, a powerful male hormone. There are even collogue that simulate this smell to make them fall for you. Couple who are very similar may not last as long together in dating or marriage. Women, for example, may feel more like having sex at certain phases of life, such as during menopause, and the way they connect physically and emotionally with their partners can change over time. Learning about sex in the right way helps reduce anxiety and improves women's sexual health. Having a good, intimate relationship means adjusting expectations a bit and finding solutions that work well for both. Have you heard of sapiosexuality? It's when someone is attracted to another person's intelligence, and that idea that a woman loses vaginal sensitivity from having too much sex. That's a myth called dead vagina syndrome. There is also the Corita method, which focuses more on emotional connection during sex than on orgasm. Women like men who take care of themselves, so it's always good to keep hair neat or a beard well trimmed. And do you know what else? Women who are harder to win overlove it when a man tries, but without giving in too easily. Sexual fantasies are a normal and healthy part of sex life, and don't mean someone wants them in real life. New experiences like a new partner can make sex more exciting. Love, according to Robert Sternberg, consists of 3 parts: intimacy, passion, and commitment. Different combinations of these parts create different types of love. Some people experience constant sexual arousal without any apparent reason, and the way they connect with others can depend on their attachment style, such as secure, avoidant, or anxious. Sex can remain enjoyable even in old age, and age is not a limit to sexual satisfaction. Scent also plays a significant role in sexual attraction, with certain aromas increasing arousal. Some people feel excitement linked to violence, but this doesn't mean they will be violent in real life. And the weather, warmer and sunnier days tend to boost libido, making people more eager for sex. Did you know that music can influence how we feel about others, can create a stronger connection with someone? Some people can even experience an orgasm that quickly fades away without the full pleasure usually associated with it. And guess what? Certain colors can make us feel more attracted to someone, like red, which many find particularly exciting. But it's not just about appearance. What we feel in our minds and hearts is also crucial for feeling good with someone. Now, there's something about feeling watched. When someone senses they are being observed, it can be hard to get excited or reach an orgasm. Men who face challenges like erectile dysfunction might feel bad due to the stigma, which can harm their self-esteem and relationships. On the other hand, practicing yoga regularly can help improve sexual life, even increasing desire. And speaking of the internet, cybersex can be good or bad, depending on how people communicate and give consent. Another important thing is touch. When there's a lack of affection, like hugs and caresses, it can leave people feeling dissatisfied both sexually and emotionally. There are also polyamorous relationships, where people have more than one partner, but it's all done ethically and with open communication. And some people find arousal in certain foods or eating habits, after 40. Especially after 50, erections might become slower or less firm. Did you know that 97% of women choose a partner based on how good they are in bed? There's also a fascinating study showing that women in love can synchronize their heartbeats just by looking into their partner's eyes for 2 minutes. And the sexual position known as doggy style is where women have the best chance of reaching orgasm. But besides the clitoris, they can also experience orgasms in other ways. Like through nipple stimulation, many men try to lengthen their penis with manual exercises. And some manage to increase it by up to 4 centimeters trying out. New positions can be a good idea to discover sensitive spots on the body. For both men and women, women's sexual desire can change more frequently than men's. A study says they spend a year of their lives just choosing what to wear. Also, a woman's eyes can tell a lot, so keep an eye on her glances. They tend to socialize in groups, but sometimes it's not from the heart. They judge quickly, and most of the time they're right. Women's hearts beat faster than men's, and they don't like being compared to others, but they often compare themselves to other women. Although they take longer to make decisions, when they do, they tend to stick to them firmly. If they cheat, they do it more discreetly and with their own reasons. And when they're upset, they love to vent to someone. If a woman gets quieter than usual, it's a sign you might have hurt her, and she's thinking of other ways to be happy. When she decides to solve a problem, she uses both sides of her brain. Unlike men who only use one part, surprise gifts, flowers and parties always make them feel special. But if you like her more than a friend and don't say anything, you might end up being seen as just a friend. Generally, women get jealous of rich or famous men, and men get jealous of beautiful women. A woman's smile reflects the quality time she spends with someone. Trust is fundamental in any relationship. Non-verbal communication, like body language, is crucial for understanding what your partner feels and desires. Foreplay is essential to create an emotional connection and enhance pleasure between the couple. Openly discussing what you like in bed can greatly improve the relationship. Creativity and anticipation in sex can reignite the flame, making intimate life happier. Mental health also influences sexual health, so taking care of emotions is vital for maintaining a healthy, intimate life. Additionally, women can have orgasm in various ways, through clitoral stimulation, vaginal G-spot breasts, or even without physical touch. Each woman can have a unique experience, depending on how she feels and her level of arousal. Breasts are super important for women to feel good about their bodies. Regardless of their size or shape, some women enjoy having their breasts stimulated during sex. But everyone has their own preferences and limits. After exercising, it can be a great time to have sex, because a woman's body has more testosterone and better blood circulation, which can increase pleasure. After sex, a simple hug can make a woman feel even happier. And believe it or not, a third of women over 80 still have sex with their partners. A woman's vagina is about 7 to 10 centimeters long, but it can expand a lot when she's aroused. People have different reasons for wanting sex, and this can be influenced by hormones, thoughts, learning, and culture. Fun fact, about 8% of adults' dreams are about sex. There's a fear called quitophobia, which is the fear of having sex, and it can be linked to psychological or emotional issues. Some research shows that women are more attracted to men with more masculine faces when they're in their most fertile period. Some people might feel sexual aversion toward their current partner, but still have desire for others, which is called selective sexual aversion. According to a study, sex can increase happiness to a certain extent, but having sex more than once a week doesn't make much difference in overall life satisfaction. And one study showed that people who have more sex seem younger than those who are less active. According to outside observers, excessive use of social media can interfere with sexual life. Some studies indicate that spending too much time on social media may be linked to less sexual satisfaction. Sexual dissonance is when someone feels something sexually, but thinks they should feel or do something else, which can cause internal conflicts and affect sexual happiness. So everyone, I hope you enjoy these sex-related curiosities and the many facets of this fascinating part of our lives. As we've seen, sex goes far beyond what we imagine, influencing everything from our health to how we connect with others. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these curiosities surprised you the most? Leave a comment below, we'd love to see your opinion. And know what else you'd like to learn about here. Don't forget to like the video if you found the content interesting. That simple like makes a big difference in helping. Thanks for tuning in. Understanding female psychology is essential for building strong, healthy relationships, especially as we navigate the complexities of life after 50. By applying these 10 lessons like practicing active listening, showing empathy and appreciating her individuality, you can foster deeper connections and improve communication. Remember, it's all about mutual respect and support. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more insights, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What lessons have resonated with you? Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, take care.